Okay, this is Henry and Mia's second time playing today, and you can see he charges out of the kennel pretty fast and furious, and Mimi's absorbing and avoiding conflict as she gets out of the way. She's dodging his charges. And then they both go for a sniff, which is like a displacement behavior. So that kind of breaks the tension. And then he sniffs her a little bit. And then she just continues sniffing the ground. She's being super social, just ignoring him and letting him sniff. And so it looks like a pretty good interaction. However, what happens is that for some reason, Henry is doing a little bit of bullying, which he did also this morning a little bit. And you'll see him put his head right over her head, and it starts right here, where he puts his face right up against her face and over her head, and then tries to get over her body. So that's not considered a social behavior. He's approaching her from the side. He does go for a sniff, but you could see him lifting his snout over her shoulder to start with. So he's very focused on the front end of her body, which is confrontational. And you can see he does it here again, putting his head right over and holding it over her shoulders. And then she says, "No, thank you." And instead of turning and running away and being playful, he comes back again in that predatory stance up against the front end of her body, right up against her face, initiating another confrontation. Then he runs over to me. Then he runs back to her, charging her. And at this point, she's very defensive because his energy is much too forward. And you can see him putting his whole body over her again. And there he goes again with the head over the shoulders. He just keeps repeating that same behavior. And she's feeling pretty uncomfortable. There it is again with the head over the shoulders. And there's a little moment of tension here. And he's targeting the front end of her body again and trying to get on top of her. So that, you can see she's running away with a little bit of a tucked tail, curved body, and then snapping a little bit at him because she's feeling nervous. There he goes again with the head over the shoulders and trying to get up. He's trying to get his center of gravity over her center of gravity. There it is again with the head over the shoulders, and she's saying, "Nope, not going to tolerate that." Now she gets defensive and sharp because it's happened so many times that it's starting to really stress her out. There he goes for her feet. Again, forwardly charging the front of her body, and she's not having it. And this is where you can see her flick her tongue. There was also a bunch of growling and noise, which is how you know the interaction wasn't really good.